3 of UTMB training, and things did not go as planned. It started off well, and then Wednesday happened. So here's a recap of the week. Monday started off with some active recovery in the form of a weights vest walk, so same as the previous week, same as week 2, and that is all about making sure that my legs are well recovered after the longer weekend. So Monday, weights vest walk. Tuesday was intervals, and slight progression on the previous week's intervals, slightly longer time running at the higher intensity. And legs were feeling pretty good considering that I'd already done 2 big build weeks. And then we get to Wednesday. Went out for a cycle this morning and managed to crash. My first time ever crashing the road bike. Don't want to make a habit of it. So that's going to change the plan for the rest of the week, I think, because I hit the ground pretty hard. It's going down a hill and there was a patch of ice and didn't have time to stop, so went down quite hard, slid about 10 meters down the road. Jacket's a bit scuffed. Lessons learned, they don't grit the roads here, so cycling in the afternoon. So yeah, gonna have a look, see what plans looking like for the rest of the week now, because I reckon my knee's going to stiffen up for the next day or 2. So not ideal training, but if I'm going to have a crash, now is probably the best time, a good few weeks out from UTMB. It's Friday of week 3, 2 days after my silly crash on the bike, and my knee is still pretty swollen and pretty sore. My hip isn't as bad, it's getting a little bit better. I guess the knee's taking longer just because it probably took more of an impact, and also because obviously with it being a joint, it's just taking a little bit longer to recover. So I haven't ran. I did a short run on Wednesday. I tried out the knee doing some hill repeats, but it wasn't great, so I just did 2, but they were quicker than the previous week, which was good. And then I haven't done anything today, Friday. I didn't do anything yesterday, I just rested up. There is a race down the valley from here, which I'm very tempted to do. It's 18 kilometers with 800 meters of climbing, so depending on how the knee feels, then I may do that and just take the opportunity of having a couple of days rest and try and catch up for some missed time, or missed training, I should say, with that. So all being well, I might do a race, which would be the first of the year. It wasn't planned, but with the crash, meaning that I missed a few days of training, then there's an opportunity to take part in the race, so quite tempted to do that. It's Saturday of week 3 and my knee is feeling quite a lot better than yesterday. It's still not 100% by any extent, it's still pretty swollen, and yeah, the scab's still oozing. That's enough details. But yeah, decided that I am going to go for the race today, so I've just gone and signed up, got my number and a bottle of wine. So if the knee gets too sore, at least I've got a bottle of wine to try and numb the pain. So not normally getting a bottle of wine just for signing up for a race, so that's pretty good. And yeah, a few people warming up behind me, quite nice scenery here as well. That's the race done. 18 kilometers is far too short and fast for me. I might have snuck into the top 20. I think I started about 30th, gained a few places on the climb, but then the descent I just didn't have anything in my knee, so I couldn't really push. So I overtook a couple of guys, lost a couple of places, whereas normally in that sort of terrain I'd hope to gain a few more. Average heart rate for the hour and 40 minutes it took me was 175, so I was pushing pretty hard. more blood. Yeah, it seems that every single bush is out to stab you on these sort of trails, but yeah, really happy with that. So good training run. Going to now have a recovery shake and hope there's something left in my legs for a longer, much slower run tomorrow. And so, the weekly summary. I'll put my run stats on screen so you can see what they look like. And then there was also a strength and conditioning session and a bike ride. And overall, with a couple of rest days, it's not been maybe the highest training stress. However, given that this is the third week of build, my legs are feeling it and I am ready for a rest week. So looking forward to that. I'll do a video on the rest week about the first 3 weeks to compare them, the stats, but overall fair amount of climbing achieved, and it's been a good start. That's 10% of the UTMB training done. So rest week and then another 3 build weeks to follow.